Hello and welcome to Challenge Solutions. My name is Caitlin and today I will be doing a tutorial on using Blackboard Collaborate Ultra with Voiceover on a Mac and Safari. If you are unfamiliar, Blackboard Collaborate Ultra is a video conferencing program. It's essentially Blackboard's Zoom clone that runs in the web browser instead of being an app that you download externally to your computer. A lot of instructors, particularly college professors, are gravitating more towards Collaborate Ultra than Zoom because it is a super easy way to get a Blackboard class together in a video conference. It doesn't really require them to do anything extra because as long as Collaborate is added to an existing Blackboard class, everyone will have access without them having to send out an extra invite. It is, I would say, 98% accessible with VoiceOver. There are a few elements that require a little bit of interaction and out of the ordinary navigation, but ultimately it is very easy to use. The next clip will be a screen recording of my Collaborate window if you are watching this on YouTube, and you will be able to hear VoiceOver, and I will do sort of a walkthrough and tutorial for the different elements in the Collaborate session.
Welcome, Caitlin. Blackboard Learn window. Link. Skip to content.
This is the main Blackboard page for my university. I'm going to go ahead and use VOF to keyword search for my class course code. That's the quickest way to get to the class.
Enter search text. Previous search. PSYC 4193. Comparative Psychology 5W2 1206-THU-PSYC-193-SEC001-5597. Link.
And you can hear that took me straight to the link for my comparative psychology class. We're going to click that with VO space.
Press link. PSYC 4193. Comparative homepage. Link. Skip to content.
Now we are on the course homepage. This is where navigating to Collaborate may differ for some of you. Basically, professors have the ability to set up a Blackboard course however they desire, and they can put the link to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra in different places. I'm going to show you where I would look first. We're going to use our heading hotkey to navigate to the course menu.
Quick nav on.
Let's make sure Quick Nav's on, and we're going to use H.
Heading level 1. Open quick links. Heading level 2. Top frame tabs. Heading level 2. Current location. Heading level 2. Menu management options. Heading level 2. Course menu.
Now we can VO arrow right.
Heading level 3. HPSYC 4193. Comparative Psychology 5W2 1206-THU-PSYC-193-SEC001-5597. Expanded button.
And you can see that the menu is expanded for my comparative psychology class. We'll keep going right.
Heading level 3. Visit link. Course entry page. Link. Home page. Link. Announcements. Visit link. Content. Link. Discussions. Link. Send email. Visit link. My grades. Visit link. Tools.
In my case for this class, the Collaborate link is actually within the Tools menu. The Collaborate link may just be a link in this menu for you. So you just have to explore your class and figure out exactly where the link is for your specific situation.
Press visit tool link. Skip to content.
And this opens another page with a lot of different tools that can be used in conjunction with Blackboard. It is quicker to keyword search for Collaborate now that I know that it is on this page than it is to scroll through all of it. So we will do that now with VOF.
Enter search text. Previous search tools. Heading level 3. Visit link. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra.
And you just heard it take me to the heading and link for Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. If I VO space on that, it will open a page where I can select my session.
Press Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. PSYC 4000 link. Skip to content.
So now we're on the Collaborate page. I know that the frame containing the Collaborate information is at the very bottom of this page. Since I'm at the top, I will VO arrow left.
Activate web speaker button. End of main. Collaborate Ultra frame.
I will interact with that with Shift VO down arrow.
In Collaborate Ultra frame main.
And this has information for Collaborate sessions. In the case of your class, you may have a session for each specific class day. In the case of this class, I just have a course room that is always open, and I don't have to navigate to a specific session. So let's VO right arrow.
Banner. Button. Heading level 1. Sessions. Link. Sessions help. End of banner. Show details for session. Course room button.
And you just heard an unlabeled button and a sessions heading. We want to click Show Details for Session Course Room button. So I'm going to VO space on that.
Press Show Details for Session Course Room button.
And this should open a popover. It doesn't announce it, unfortunately, with VoiceOver, but it opens a popover with the information to join the session. So we'll VO right arrow.
Main. Close button.
You've got a close button for the popover.
Course room. Join course room button.
And then a button that says Join Course Room. So that is what you want to click. And it may say something different depending on the name of your session. Once I click Join Course Room, it's going to ask me for microphone access, and you have to grant it in order to join. I believe your audio is automatically muted when you join. So we will click this.
Press web content. Web content. Group. Dialog. Never for this website button. Allow us.ecolav.com to use your microphone. You can change the settings of our website preferences.
Okay, you just heard the alert for the microphone access. So we're going to VO arrow right.
Don't allow button. Allow button.
And click Allow.
Joining PXYC 4193, Comparative Psychology, 5W2, 1206-THGB-PSP-001-3-000-5597, Course Room, Escape with Lancer, Group, Sharing Audio Off, Closing Dialogue, Current Tab Starting Capturing Sound, Connected to PXYC 4193, Comparative Psychology, 5W2, 1206-THGB-PSP-001-3-000-5597, Course Room, Quote.
You just heard it say that we are connected, audio is off, and the current tab has started capturing sound. It is not capturing sound, the audio is muted. This is the Collaborate window for my psychology class. If I jump to the top of the page, you'll hear it say that I am connected to the class Collaborate session.
Connected to PXYC 4193, Comparative Psychology, 5W2, 1206-THGB-PSP-001-3-000-5597, Course Room.
So you just heard it read out the course code, and it said Course Room. That is the name of the Collaborate session that I'm in. I'm just going to move through this window with the voiceover keys and the right arrow, and I will explain each item that I move over.
Open Session Menu button.
So the next thing on the page is Open Session Menu, and this has some important things in there like Leave Meeting. I'll go ahead and open that and move through it. It opens a web dialog that you have to interact with. So we'll VO space on the Session Menu button.
Press Open Session Menu, web dialog, with 4 items.
And you heard it say Web Dialog. So I'm going to interact with that with Shift VO down arrow.
In Session Menu, web dialog, with 4 items. Close Session Menu button.
And it's got 4 items in this web dialog. The first one is Close Session Menu, so that's what you would click if you want to get out of the dialog. We'll VO right arrow.
Banner.
That is an unlabeled banner that you will not need.
Heading Level 1, PXYC 4193, End of banner. Use your phone for audio button.
Then it's got the course code again, and it says use your phone for audio. This is if you wanted to route the audio from the session through your phone. I have never had a need to use this. If you connect with your computer, mic, and webcam, I don't see a reason why you would need it. We'll arrow again.
Report an issue button.
That's if you have a problem with Collaborate and you need to get in touch with tech support.
Tell me about Collaborate, collapse pop-up button.
Tell Me About Collaborate is a little tutorial. It's not super relevant to voiceover users.
Link, Blackboard Collaborate Help.
Then there's the Collaborate Help page, which has the user guide,
Link, Privacy Policy.
the privacy policy,
Content information. Leave session button.
and the Leave Session button, which is the only thing I have ever had a need to use in this menu.
End of content information. Close session menu button.
We'll go ahead and close the web dialog.
Press close session menu. Open session menu button.
We'll keep arrowing right.
Open Collaborate panel button.
Open Collaborate panel has things like the chat box and the ability to share your screen. We'll go ahead and VO space on that.
Chat. Selected tab 1 of 4.
Okay, you just heard VoiceOver say chat. You would click on that to open the chat panel so that you can text chat with the professor and your classmates. We'll keep arrowing right.
Attendees 1 tab 2 of 4.
If you click attendees, it will show you a list of who is in the Collaborate session. Right now, it is just me.
Share content tab 3 of 4.
Share content will allow you to share your screen and audio.
My settings tab 4 of 4.
My settings will give you information like your webcam status and things like that. We'll go ahead and VO space on that.
Press my settings tab 4 of 4.
When you VO space on the My Settings button, it opens the settings menu at the top of the page under a heading. So we're going to jump to the top of this page.
Heading level 1. My settings.
Okay, and we're going to VO arrow right.
Change your profile picture group.
You can change your profile picture.
Cable Lancer. Audio and video settings. Select expanded tab.
It's got audio and video settings.
Audio and video settings tab panel. Set up your camera and microphone button.
You can set up your webcam if you want it. I have mine set to keep my video off when I enter a meeting so that I have to click to enable it.
Use your phone for audio button.
Again, you can use your phone for audio.
Heading level 3. Speaker volume.
And then it's got your speaker
100. Speaker
volume.
volume slider. Display closed captions when available. Display closed captions when available. Did uncheck checkbox.
You can display closed captions, which could be beneficial. I have not tested this with VoiceOver, so I don't know how well it works.
Display closed captions when available. End of audio and video settings tab panel. Notification settings. Collapse tab.
You can also expand your notification settings so you can control what notifications you get within the Collaborate session, like chat messages and things of that nature.
Notification settings tab panel. Report an issue button. End of my settings tab panel.
And again, you can report an issue.
Chat tab 1 of 4. Attendees 1 tab 2 of 4.
And now we're back in the Collaborate panel that has the tabs that you can click on to open various things at the top.
Share content tab 3 of 4. My settings. Selected tab. Close Collaborate panel button.
We're going to go ahead and close the Collaborate panel.
Open Collaborate panel button.
Now we're going to keep VO arrowing right.
Global keyboard shortcuts. To toggle microphone, press. To toggle camera, press. To
Okay, this says global keyboard shortcuts. Unfortunately, I have not been able to make them work on the Mac. It actually, VoiceOver doesn't even read the keyboard shortcuts here anymore. They do somewhat work on Windows. You can mute and unmute and raise your hand with a keystroke, which is very nice, but unfortunately, I have not been able to make them work on Mac. You just have to scroll to the button and enable it with your arrows in VO Space. So we're going to move on with the VO keys and right arrow.
heading level 2. Welcome. You're the only one in the room.
Right now it's telling me that I am the only one in the room because I joined extremely early so that I could do this tutorial. If you had more people in this class, it would give you the list of attendance.
While you wait, check out the session menu to take a quick tour of Collaborate. End of main. My status and settings. Collapse pop-up button.
Then you have My Status and Settings. We're going to go ahead and open this.
My settings button. My status and settings region. Connection status. Your experience is excellent. Group.
And it shows you your connection status.
Connection status. Your experience is excellent. Region. Down bit rate. 48 kbps. Excellent. End of connection status. Away button. Leave session button. Feedback.
And again, you can leave session from this menu.
Happy toggle button. Sad toggle button.
You can also leave them feedback.
Surprise toggle button. Infused toggle button. Faster toggle button.
I believe that will show up for the professor. I could be wrong. That could just be reacting to Collaborate in general.
Slower toggle button. Agree toggle button. Disagree toggle. End of my status and settings region.
So those are all the reactions you can do. The next things are very important to know about. We have
Share audio toggle button.
Share Audio. That is your mute and unmute button.
Share video toggle button.
Share Video. Obviously that toggles your webcam on and off.
Raise hand toggle button.
And Raise Hand. Obviously that will raise your hand for the professor. It puts a little raised hand icon beside your name. Important thing to note, if you raise your hand once you've been called on, you have to go back and click this button to lower your hand. Otherwise, your hand will just perpetually be up during the Collaborate session. Then below this, we have,
Session.11.11-disabled-muted.
that says session.telephone.telephony-disabled-muted, which is a fancy way of saying no one can hear what you're saying right now. That will occasionally say audio off instead of that long string of text. I am not sure why it doesn't say the same thing all the time, but right now I am muted. If you toggled your audio on with the Share Audio button, it would tell you that you were sharing audio. Below those three buttons shows kind of the status. It will say your hand is up or down or muted or unmuted, and it will tell you if your video is active. So that is a very important thing to know. I also recommend using VO and F to keyword search for those buttons. It's the quickest way to find your mute and unmute button. You can also use your button shortcut, so B with quick nav on. We'll continue arrowing right.
Tutorial group.
We have the Collaborate tutorial, which again is not super relevant to VoiceOver users.
Connected to PSYC 4193. Comparative psychology.
And now we're back at the top. I will silence that before it reads the entire course code. That is everything on this main page. I am going to open the chat really quick and show you that because it is a little strange. So we are going to go to the Collaborate panel.
Open session menu. Main. Open Collaborate panel. Global keyboard shortcuts. Open Collaborate panel button.
Open Collaborate panel.
Press My settings. Selected tab 4 main. Close Collaborate panel button. My settings.
And
Selected
we're
tab 4
going to go back to chat.
Share content tab. For attendees. 1 tab. Chat tab 1 4. Press chat tab 1 4. Selected chat message.
Unfortunately, I have not found a good way to read chat messages, as in navigate through the chat history. VoiceOver will announce whenever someone sends a message, and it typically reads it, so that is nice. The easiest way to get to the chat box for you to type something to send to the professor in class is to use your text field shortcut. So on Mac and Safari with quick nav on, that is the letter F.
Type a message and press enter or return to chat. Edit text. Say something.
And
Press tab to navigate to chat history.
you just heard it say type a message and press enter to send. So here you would just type and then obviously press enter to send it. It says press shift tab to navigate to chat history. Unfortunately, that does not work well in my experience. I still have never been able to find the chat history as in the list of messages that have already been sent. Okay, now assuming we are done with our Collaborate session, we're going to jump back to the top.
Chat history. Everyone tab main. Connected to PSYC 4193. Comparative psychology 5. Open session menu button.
We're going to do open session menu.
Press open session menu. Web dialog with 4 items.
Interact with the web dialog.
In session menu. Web dialog with 4 items. Close session menu button.
And we're going to arrow right until we get to leave session.
Banner. Heading level 1. End of banner. Use your phone for audio report and issue button. Tell me about link. Blackboard link. Privacy. Content information. Leave session button. Press leave session button. How is the audio and video during your session? Web dialog with 5 items.
It always pops up a little survey within a web dialog asking how your audio and video was. You can interact with that to answer it if you wish.
Excellent radio button. 5 of 5. Submit and exit. Dim button.
You can submit and exit,
Skip button.
or you can hit skip and you will automatically be removed from the session. So we're going to do skip.
Press skip button. Current tab stop capturing sound.
That means we are now out of the session, no one can see or hear us, and we are free to close this browser window.
Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. PSYC 4193. Comparative. Web content.
And now we're back to the main Collaborate page within Blackboard. That concludes this tutorial of Blackboard Collaborate Ultra with VoiceOver on a Mac in Safari. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or send us an email via our website, challengesolutions.org. Also, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful and you want to see more related content. If you have any suggestions for future content, please send us an email via challengesolutions.org or leave us a voice message via the Anchor app if you listen to the Challenge Solutions podcast. All of that will be linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another Challenge Solutions video.